Darren, fighting at home, is that a benefit to you now, or does that add more pressure having been overseas?
I don't worry about the pressure. It's not me coaching there, it's not me family in there, it's not the fans in there, it's me. I'm putting everything on the line for my well-being and for what I set out to do. So, you know, I don't think about them type of things. I think about how I want to perform. And obviously I want to perform for you guys, but it's all for me. You know, people, you know, they'll have kids and stuff like that, and they'll say, I'm doing it for my kids now. I'm still doing this for me. Obviously they're entwined in this, but, you know, I want to be a great for me. This is what I started out to do as a kid. So, you know, it is unbelievable to be on home turf. I know that the fans are going to go mental. Well, I hope and pray that they are, but, you know, it does add that extra bit of energy for you. You're like, oh, you know, it's home. Liverpool's 4 hours away, so I'm happier at home than obviously in enemy territory, but still it doesn't really matter. With
the title change that's obviously just happened in the division, does that open the door more for you, do you think?
Yeah, I think so. I think, as I've just said previously, I think Woodley, he's an all-time great, and I think his focus is in other directions now. I know he started rap and he's... what else was he? He's on like TMZ and stuff like that. So his focus is in other directions. I know that Usman's focus is on his kids and on his training, and the same goes for me. You know, I go home from training, I chill with my girlfriend and my kids. You know, I'm speaking to my kid back home. I want to visit her soon, and that's my only focus. I don't have a focus like I've got another job or anything like that. If you want to be a great, you can't have that stuff. So my only focus is that.
There's a plethora of matchups that you could potentially go for if you get the win on Saturday night. You know, yeah. Ben Askren's knocking around the capital. I'm sure he'll be pushing himself in there. Colby's around, and obviously, you know, you've got Kamaru, who I know you've got a great deal of respect for, and the pair of you were potentially lining up to fight last summer, you know, and it didn't quite work out that way. So you've got options. I mean, how do you see your path? Do you think you want to jump straight into title contention if you win this, or do you think you need another one or two?
I think all goes well Saturday for me, and I beat Jorge. You know, I'm number 3, but I beat Jorge and I can't necessarily go anywhere because I can't move up, because Colby is the former interim, Woodley is the former champ, and Kamara is the champ. So if Colby and Woodley sort their differences, that leaves me to fight Kamara if I'm thinking right. This is how I want it to happen. So hopefully, yeah. But as you say, in the welterweight division, you don't know what's happening. It's so stacked, and I don't even know if Colby's going to fight in the UFC again. It's a weird thing going on.
And where does Ben Askren fit into all of that?
Well, Ben's only just come to the UFC. As much as Ben is, you know, a terrific fighter, he is. I know a lot of people say for like tin cans and that, but you know, you can't really discredit his wrestling credibility. He is unbelievable, but you know, he's doing a lot of talking, because his style doesn't really excite fans. He's got a very traditional wrestling style. He'll take you down and he'll ground. It's not very fun to watch. So is the fun for him now is on Twitter, you know, just going at everyone. And obviously I'm replying. But he's only had one fight in UFC. Obviously he's just beat an unbelievable guy in Robbie. But it's not who he picks, it's who I pick if he wants to fight me. So, you know, I know he's here. You know, he can come in the cage if he wants, or he can sit there shouting stuff. I'll just give him double fingers. But it's not just Ben in the picture. There's a lot of other people in the picture, so I'm sure we'll fight.